Hello and welcome to the American Red Cross Salesforce Rapid Learn training session on organization accounts. During this session, we will review the new page layout for an organization account. Let's get started. Here we are on an account organization, Bridgegate. You'll notice the status flag is active. The first section, I want to point out that it says changes here will impact other systems. So that's important to note when making changes to this first account details section. You have the account name. There's a view hierarchy link if you wished to view the two-tier hierarchy, meaning there's parent accounts and child accounts. The account record type is organization. The type is association, civic group, school. There is a parent account field. If this was a parent account, the name of that account would be noted here. The Include and Funnel checkbox is marked by default. This will always ensure that the donor's information will show up on the funnel report. The next field is anonymous. This checkbox would be marked if this particular donor wished to remain anonymous in their giving. The next section is additional account details. The relationship manager is in this field. The relationship manager can always select the change link in order to change the relationship to someone else. The region is the region for the relationship manager. The chapter affiliation is the chapter affiliation for the relationship manager. If this account was to remain private, the relationship manager could select the private checkbox. To mark a donor private, please contact your DFVP. This will ensure that the donor's record is locked and their information will only be viewable to the relationship manager and those above them in the hierarchy. The status is active. If for any reason this particular donor needed to be marked as inactive, you could select status reason and select the reason why. The next section is organization information. The industry is education. The standard industry description will be provided for you. There's an honor roll field. This is the donor's name as it should appear on a public listing or an honor roll. The employees field will be populated for you and will include the number of employees at this particular organization. If there is a website, you can populate that information in this field. The next section is phone information. You can fill in a main phone number, other phone number, or fax. The recommended phone 1 and recommended phone 2 will be provided for you. This displays the phone numbers for this account obtained from an external data provider. You may select the recommended phone 1 or recommended phone 2 or any of these other phone numbers as the preferred phone for this donor. The same applies with the address information. You may include a billing address. This is going to be the address where the mail is received. The shipping address is going to be the address where the building is on the ground with the employees, for example. They could be the same or different. You would populate them accordingly. Just below, you'll see there's recommended street, recommended city, recommended state, and zip code. And to the right is team approach information, the team approach street, city, state, zip, and country. All of this information will be provided for you. They are locked fields, so they're read-only. It displays the address for this account obtained from an external data provider. You may select the recommended addresses, the billing, the shipping, or the team approach address as the preferred address. Any information that's not provided in one of these fields that you wish to include on the donor's record can be populated in the description section. The rating and scores section includes the linkage, ability, and interest rating. You would go ahead and populate those fields accordingly. Over to the right, you have the major gift score, planned gift score, and disaster score. These scores, if they're available, will be provided for you. They're scores from 0 to 100 and mark the gift stores in the gift history for this donor. The system information section includes the Salesforce account ID and a team approach ID if applicable. It shows when this record was created and last modified. In the custom links section, you have the converted giving history. This is a one-time snapshot of the giving history for this donor. There's an account details link. This is going to give you read-only access to just a little more detail about this particular donor. And then there's a donor profile report. This is provided from an outside source and it's based on a prospect algorithm. The next section is the affiliated contacts section. Any contacts that are to be associated with this organization would be included in this field. You can create a new affiliation by selecting the New Affiliation button. Any constituencies for this organization would be in the Constituencies section. On an organization account, you do have the ability to create a new organization ask or a new organization grant. Any gifts associated with this organization would be displayed in the Gifts section. The gifts are gifts that would come in from the data warehouse and are associated with asks for this particular organization. Open activities will be created in the New Tasks section. Any activity history related to this account will be included in the Activity History section. There's a Notes and Attachments section. If you wanted to include a note on this donor's record, you could do that by selecting New Note. And if you wanted to attach a file, you could do that by attaching a file. New on an organization record is the Aliases section. You now can create an alias, another name, for this organization. Say, for example, this is Bridgegate. Say they wanted to go by BG. You could then create BG as an alias. That way you could search for either the alias name or the account name for your results. Thank you. That concludes the Salesforce Rapid Learn training session.